Brilliance Audio presents This Is Love by Melissa Foster, performed by John Lane. The bright lights of New York City shimmered against the backdrop of tall buildings and the midnight blue sky as the driver pulled up in front of the Ultimate Hotel for the Hearts for Heroes fundraiser. In the privacy of the black sedan, actress Remi Divine scanned the entrance. Wealthy couples decked out in floor-length gowns and handsome tuxedos, every bit as breathtaking as the city itself, smiled for the photographers as they made their way up the steps. Remi was surprised her overprotective, much older brother Aiden wasn't standing at the entrance waiting for her as usual, as if the two gorilla-like bodyguards he'd hired weren't enough. Remi had received threatening letters a couple of months ago, and then someone had broken into her house in L.A. She hadn't been home at the time, and although her award cabinet had been smashed to pieces, nothing had been stolen other than some lingerie. Though the incidents had died down and she was now staying in Harmony Point, New York, while filming the movie In the Aftermath, Aiden wasn't taking any chances with the sister he'd raised since she was 12 years old, after their parents were killed in a tragic car accident. Remi owed everything good in her life to Aiden. He was the kindest, most determined man she knew, and she considered herself lucky to have him as her brother and her business manager. She turned away from the flashbulbs coming from the eager paparazzi and looked past Merrick, the stone-faced bodyguard sitting beside her, to enjoy the beauty of the city for one last moment as she awaited her turn to exit the car. She watched people across the street admiring the hoopla of the event and taking pictures with their cell phones. Sometimes Remi fantasized about being one of those people, rather than the woman in the expensive Gillian Braden gown, draped in diamonds. She loved acting, and she was grateful for her success, but being America's sweetheart had come at no small price. Over the last couple of years, Remi had begun feeling stifled by the scrutiny. The stalker and the bodyguards had amplified that oppression, which was why she was planning to take a year off after filming Wrapped. The car inched forward, stopping before the entrance. "Are you ready to exit the car, Miss Divine?" Porter, the bodyguard sitting in the front of the sedan, asked rather stoically. Remi's pulse quickened as flashbulbs took aim at her window. "Yes, thank you." Without another word, the two bodyguards exited the car, swiftly moving into place, flanking her door. She inhaled deeply, silently counting to 20, the length of time it took the dynamic duo to scan the crowds at these types of events, and her mother's voice sailed through her mind. "Just breathe, Remi. Everything's going to be okay." Remi sat up straighter, a measured smile sliding into place, and she gazed out the window with 10 seconds to spare. Her eyes caught on a broad-shouldered man moving through the crowd with an air of authority. He strode with powerful fluidity like a puma claiming its territory, parting the crowd with nothing more than a look of sheer confidence and determination. Porter opened Remi's door, blocking her view of the handsome man she'd spotted. The humid late August air clung to her skin as she quickly grabbed her clutch and pushed to her feet, forgetting the importance of an elegant entrance. She craned her neck to get a better look at the gorgeous creature who was avoiding the press like a pro. Her breath caught in her throat. He was tall and darkly handsome, as broad and muscular as her burly bodyguards. He stepped into the aisle like he owned it, his eyes moving just as furtively over the crowd as Porter's and Merrick's were. "Just breathe." "Who are you wearing?" A red-headed reporter thrust a microphone in Remi's direction, snapping Remi's brain into gear. "Gillian Braden, from her multifarious line." Even as she smiled for the cameras, her mind was weaving a path straight to Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Her heart had never thudded so hard over the sight of a man. She had to find out who he was. She scanned the entrance, hoping to catch up to him and strike up a conversation, but he was gone as swiftly as he'd appeared, as if she'd conjured him from wishful thinking. Her shoulders slumped. Story of my life.